All right, Ben, we're recording, so stop with the crazy talk.
We need to answer a very important question today.
We do.
What
well, this
is PSTG? What the hell is that?
I'm actually having to do this out of laziness for me, because then I don't have to, like, I do get messaged about it. It comes up in conversation. This way I can just send them a hyperlink back. Hey, I don't want to talk about it. Watch the video. I mean, no, not exactly, but we both get asked questions a lot. Or in classes, people are like, what is this PSTG thing? What's it about?
Well, I don't push it that hard on Instagram. You don't push it that hard. It's just a thing that exists. And then people kind of hear about it, like, I don't know what that is. Okay, what is PSTG? So PSTG, if you are a member of it, you log into it, it looks like a forum. Right? So it's essentially a paid access private forum with a bunch of rules onto it. Is that fair?
Tell me more about the rules. Yeah.
Yeah. So what it is like it's a place for us. Like you're talking about Ben, Wansik, Joel, place for us to post content up. We post up content. You do a podcast. All of that stuff gets posted into Training Group. And on top of that, people can ask questions and get answers to their questions. You know, it's a forum after all. But there's a lot of rules. So it's not a normal forum where, back in the day when people used forums, it was kind of like a free-for-all normally where people just, a thread starts up and it's just endless comments back and forth.
Well, Ben, like I was one of those people that would post it like on Enos back in the day. So if I post a question, how do you qualify the person that's answering your question? Maybe they don't even use maybe it's the internet. It might not be the real name. You don't even know if they own a gun or not. You know what I mean? You don't know.
You can't qualify them except you've got one big issue. They're answering your question on a forum, right? So if somebody is taking the time to do that, they're probably not very knowledgeable about what they're talking about. I mean, seriously, like generally speaking, that'll be the case. So you'll have 10 different answers to a question and you don't know which one is the right answer will probably be in there.
But it's up to you to sort through which one's which.
Yeah, so the way it works on Training Group is the instructors start threads with videos or pieces of content. And then if people have questions, they ask them. And then if you have a question like independent of a piece of content or a video that's already been posted, you just post it up. And then one of the instructors comes and answers the question, and then other people are allowed to comment. So it isn't a free-for-all type of forum. It just looks like a forum, if that makes sense.
And then we do have a member section also where people can just talk back and forth between themselves, but it's not like directed towards us. Because obviously we want members to be able to engage with other members. But the key part is person asks question, instructor answers them directly.
Yeah. There's other stuff on there. In addition to your podcast, there's match talk throughs, like gear discussion.
There's video interviews back from before the podcast days.
Yeah, video interviews. There's mindset stuff, discussion stuff, like study sessions that Wansik's put together. There's just a lot of different
the grip content. Deep dive was really good. That was a banger.
Was good.
Yep. Professor has a study session, like you said. A bunch of like really in-depth studies if you want to get into the weeds on a specific topic.
Now, that's the site at large is kind of like that. However, you'll see that there's membership tiers. So the way it works is like this, like bronze members get access to the thing and can read and look at the stuff and have ask questions, whatever. If you want your specific footage looked at from your training or from your matches, that's why you get an upgraded membership. So the silver members, every month they can put up a video from their matches or training, and they can get some feedback on that video. And that's in the silver section of the site. If you pay more than that, there's a gold section where you'll have a private section just for you. No one else can see it or knows it's there. It's just you talking to the instructors, and then you get weekly feedback on videos. So that's basically, the membership tiers and the way the site breaks down.
Yeah, it's worth explaining how the feedback works a little bit with the video. So basically, you post or you send us a link for a video on YouTube. It doesn't have to be public. It's just for us. We scrape it, put it in a program, and then I don't watch sports ball, but if you watch sports ball, where they kind of like draw on the screen, go freeze frame, forward, backwards of frame, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, we have a program that allows us to look at things frame by frame, draw on the screen, zoom in, that kind of stuff. So you get really specialized feedback to you. Like, this is what the gun's doing. This is what your grip's doing. This is an issue with the way you attack the stage, whatever. So that's, guys really seem to like that. That goes over really well.
Yeah. And I think the other thing to say about the different membership levels is the cost of the membership levels isn't really so much the dollars. It's not about the money. When what I mean is it's $100 a month right now to be a gold member, but that means every week, like a weekly feedback on your videos. That means you would, in theory, have to make the video, put it in there, get some feedback on it, try to implement it, that kind of thing. The cost of being a gold member is not $100 a month. It's all that time and all the training that you're doing. So that's where we see people be successful. If they're really, really hard hitters and they're training super hard, they're going to like gold. But most people aren't going at it that hard, to be honest.
No, and if not, like the silver, you put
silver's fine.
One video up a month. It's that, you know, it gives you plenty of stuff to take back to your training. And I mean, Ben, I wish we had a metric to measure how many hours worth of video, like just whether it's talk throughs, it's reviews, it's mindset stuff. I mean, it's thousands of hours.
There's like Training Group's been going for 5 years. All right. And all of the content's still there. It's just sitting there. So there's quite a lot of it is now in place. Let me put it that way. The type of people that I think would be successful on Training Group are people that want to be good at shooting, but they just want a little bit of direction. Some of the best videos that we've seen will be somebody starting training on their own. They don't have anybody around them to help them. And they just put up a video of like, hey, this is me doing dry fire. And then it's like, am I doing this right? That kind of stuff. Like that can be very, very helpful for people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can look at it and be like, yep, do this, do that, try this thing over here. This part over here looks great, whatever.
True. Well, probably a question a salesman's not supposed to ask. Well, I'm not much of a salesman. No. Who is Training Group not for, Ben?
Oh, people that aren't training. So if you're not like actively training or trying to get better, it's like you probably wouldn't be interested in it because it's pretty nerd level content.
It is.
It's
well, and it's not just like, it's not USPSA or PCSL or what, it's just like performance shooting, practical shooting. It's being fast and accurate. So we have rifle content and we have handgun content. And it's, if you're nerdy and you want to be good with one of those platforms, like that's what we're there for.
Yeah.
What else? Any other recommendations? I guess the last question I jotted down was how to get the most out of your membership. If people people log in, like, where do I start?
Man, getting the most out of it, just take it from the top. Like, start looking at the drills and the different content, start looking at the match talk throughs. And then after you've cruised around a little while, like, ask some questions that you have. And get the most out of it by engaging with the content.
Absolutely. And if you like the practical shooting training book Ben and I did, that white cover book, yes. Basically the entire book is in the forum, and we have it set up by level systems. So it's all there for you to check out. We have videos of the drills being done, so you could see the drill, like watch somebody shooting the drill. And so anyway, that's a good place. If you like the book, it's in the forum, just in a bigger scale and kind of an interactive way.
Fantastic, Joel.
You did it. You saved me some real time by now I can just direct people to this video. So anyway, if you like what we're talking about or you want to check it out, Practical Shooting Training Group is pstg.us is where you find it on the interwebs. Perfect. I think we did it, Ben.
We did do it.